Steve time.
Hi there.
Hi, this Steve.
It's been a while since we met last time.
Yeah, it's been like 2 months, I guess.
Yeah, it was exciting to meet you there, but we didn't have much time to catch up. Now it's time for us to catch up and talk a bit more.
Yeah, so I'm happy to be here and talking to you today.
And I'm so much happy to have you here.
Yes.
I did the message this morning and I was like, okay, maybe you wanted to join my first episode. And it turns out like, okay, you wanted to join. And I'm so much happy to have you here.
I'm so happy too.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all, let me talk a little bit about this podcast. This is not the first episode. I have a few more as ENGTEVE podcast, but I rename it as Steve Talk because I'm done talking alone. So I want to talk to someone else.
I see.
Yeah, that's why I invited you to join my first episode at Steve Talk.
I'm
Okay.
happy the first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Before we start, I wanted to tell everyone that this podcast is about, talking, sharing people from different backgrounds, different perspectives, different countries sometimes, and different ideas of thinking, different careers, of course. So please be open-minded and don't judge anyone from their perspective because people think in different way, people believe in different way, people do things in different way. So we will hear, learn, and take something that is good for ourselves. Okay,
Love that.
let's go. I wanted to know about your life. How is everything going now?
Everything is going okay. I'm now working as a teacher in Pattaya. So it's been 3 years now. But I'm doing so well. I'm happy to be teaching kids.
So that means you're a hot boy now in Pattaya, right?
I wouldn't say that, but
I've seen photos and videos, you going around and, you have a lot of photos, which is cool. All of them, I like them.
thank you.
And yeah, you said you are a teacher, right? You said that you're a teacher. So my
That's-
question is, what have you found challenging about being a teacher nowadays?
Okay, so being a teacher nowadays, I think requires you a lot of strength. You need to be strong mind, strong body, I guess. Strong mind means you can stand without stress. Being a teacher nowadays is so stressful. You have a lot of work, you had a lot going on each and every single day, right? So you need to know how to handle all of those things perfectly. So that's something I think all the teachers might think the same, that they find it very difficult to handle stress.
Totally agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very hard. But yeah, being a teacher, I believe that people need to be passionate about it because if you're not passionate about being a teacher, it's very hard to be a teacher, especially when you need to, give you effort to take care of the students, which is, challenging. I totally agree with that. Okay. And yeah, nowadays languages are important, especially English. So how important of English do you think in today's world?
So as all of you know that English is used globally, right? So it's very important for all of us, especially young generation of people nowadays. They need English. There are some reasons that I believe English is so important. The first one would be, I think it really opens up the world to you, especially, and nowadays my students have a lot of opportunities, but they require them to speak English to be able to communicate in English. So that's why I think that's the first one is just opens up their world. And the second thing, I believe that it provides students opportunities for so many things, especially job opportunities. Here in Pattaya, there's so many companies that want our kids to work for them, but they need to be able to speak English. So that's why English is so important. And the last thing is that I think it helps us to be a good citizen. Being able to speak English, it's something that Gen Z people need to be able to do. So that's something.
I think that way you mentioned about seeking for jobs nowadays it's very important to use English, especially if you work in some place like touristy place like Pattaya or even some areas in Bangkok. It's very important to study English because if you don't know language, if you don't communicate, if you don't know how to communicate in English, it's very difficult to find a job because nowadays there are tons of people out there seeking for jobs. But what if you can speak other languages? That means you can open, let's say, different doors, different opportunities.
Right.
Yeah, especially in Pattaya, right? There are a lot of job opportunities there, especially with tourists. There are a lot of foreign tourists around there, so they can just go and do some kinds of tour guide job or something. Totally. Okay, let's move to the next one. As we know, your English is like perfect. So I want you to share your, let's say, tips and tricks to improve your English. I want you to mention from the beginning, how did you start and how have you been doing? I believe that you have been practicing every day. Stop learning, right? Could you please?
So there are 3 tips that I use every single day of my life. And I've been doing this for so long. And I think they work for you and for not just me, myself, but for other people as well. The first thing is just easy tip. You need to speak every single day. If you don't speak, if you don't open your mouth, it's gonna be very difficult for you to even pronounce the words that you see, right? So you need to speak every day. And the next thing is that you need to listen to anything but in English. Make sure that what you listen to is English. For example, if you like to watch news about anything happening in the world, you can just watch and listen to the news. If you like listening to your favorite movie stars, you can just listen to their interviews, right? But make sure you force yourself enough to listen to English every single day. Just at least, I believe 2 hours is enough. It's not enough. It's okay to just listen to 2 hours for 2 hours. And the last thing is that practice makes perfect. I believe in this saying. I'm sure if you practice anything in the world, you can become better, especially language. Learning a language is not just about learning. You need to use it. You need to practice. So if you do these 3 things in your life, I think your language learning will be improved.
Okay, let me wrap it up. So the first thing, you need to open your mouth. You need to be confident enough to say the word. Speak. Okay. The second thing, make everything around you English. Make everything around you comfortable to study English. Watching the news, movies, listen to music, anything that will help. And the last thing is that practice makes perfect. Practice every day. and you will become better.
That's right.
Yeah, that I totally agree with the last one. I totally believe that if if some person wants to be good at something, just think about it is not enough.
That's right.
Yeah, they need to do it. They need to
Yeah.
start some action. And it's not just for one day, right? It has to be every day.
Yeah. I can see that through what have you been doing as well, right? You've been doing a lot. You've been creating videos and so much more. That's how you start. And I really admire you for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I would say that I started from zero for real. I didn't even know how to pronounce the word. I didn't even know how to use SMR. I didn't know anything about English. I
Yeah.
started because my friends registered me to study English major at that time. I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. I didn't know what to study anyway, so I started. Let's say I was about to drop out because it was too difficult for me to study English. But yeah, turned out like I saw some of the seniors, let's say he came to the school, he talks about his life, how he earned money, how he meets people around the world. So I think I wanted to try the same thing. That's why I, let's say, gain more power, energy at that time to push myself forward. Okay.
Yeah, I learned that from you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we are here, because we are connecting to people with the same passion.
Yeah. We are also practicing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even nowadays, I believe that I'm not that good. I'm going to, let's say, I'm going to need more practice. I'm still here to improve more, especially talking to you today. I learned something for you. I learned something from you. Let's say you share something, I learned something, and I'm here to share something I know too. Maybe something a little bit, but yeah, we share at
Yeah,
least.
that's right.
And the next question is very important. You have received several scholarships, especially the one that you received from U.S. Embassy. It was wisely, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
To America already, the United States. I wanted to talk about it a little bit before we move to the next one.
Sure. So the program that I went to the US is called Wisely Academic Fellowship Program, which was sponsored by the US Embassy Bangkok. I went to the US in 2019. So the program was all about helping the communities, getting you to learn how to help others around your neighborhood, and then they just taught you how to collaborate with ASEAN young leaders back then. They engage you with community service. So I got the opportunity to study and to go out and help people in the US as well. So they just gave out the opportunity to not just improve ourselves, but to improve others around us. So that's something I think it's beautiful if you can learn and then you can get something and take it back to your home country and do something for your community. I think that's wonderful.
Okay. It was under the program Civic Engagement, right?
Yeah, it was civic engagement. Back then, I was doing a lot of English camps for especially rural school students. So that's something that I brought up to the international stage, I would say. I talked a lot about the camps, what I did, and how being a leader taught me to be able to do something for the community.
Okay. had joined several camps
Yeah,
with last time. I remember it was so much fun.
yeah, that was your project. I loved it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So we've done several things together, not just in university, but including outside of campus too. It was so much fun. Not just you and I, but other students too, right? At the time, it was so good doing all
Right.
kind of stuff that we like.
Yeah.
Hey, how about now? I've seen that you're preparing for your trip to Singapore. Can you share with us about this?
Yeah, I am preparing myself for that. So recently, I just got a scholarship called Simeo RELC Scholarships for the calendar year 2026. So it's basically a program that provides us an opportunity to study in Singapore. So what I'm going to study is called Advanced Specialist in Teaching, Listening, and Speaking. So it's gonna last about 3 weeks there, and then I will have an opportunity to study and collaborate with, I think, ASEAN teachers, especially English teachers. So I'm sure that this time around, it's going to be a lot more insightful and it's going to be helpful for me as being a teacher, especially English teacher. I think I can gain something out of the program and then bring the experience back to my home country and do something for my teaching and other teachings of other teachers as well.
Wow. Wish you best of luck, and I hope you enjoy your trip,
Thank
your
you.
study this time.
Yeah.
You mentioned two countries, and one thing that I heard, which is about let's say ASEAN. Uh,
Mhm.
so that means you're going to meet a lot of people from different countries in, let's say, you've been working with a lot of people from different backgrounds, different countries, especially from Asian country. So what do you think about them? Do you think it's good for you to get to know them all, or do you have anything to share?
So I think it's so effective if we can come together and collaborate. We can do something for our community. And this time, I think it's gonna be very wonderful because we get to share the exact same thing that we do in our career, right? Which is teaching, listening, and speaking. So I hope that we can share our problems. We might not have the same challenges back in our classes, but I'm sure that we can share common solutions and maybe lesson plans or something that I think we can utilize them back when we are back in our country.
Okay, it's all about like sharing some plans for solution and give some effective, let's say, solution for those problems that they have encountered. Maybe it's some similar thing or different things, but at least you can share your perspectives with them.
That's right. So I think it's gonna be very good if we can come join together.
Okay, sounds fun. I love that. Okay, before we move to the last question, this is question number 4. Nowadays, a lot of students using, let's say, a lot of kids using AI, especially in classroom.
Mhm.
As a teacher, I think you have seen a lot of students using it. So, what about students using AI to do homework for them?
Mhm.
How do you handle this in this generation?
Okay. First of all, I think AI is a very good tool for not just students, but for me as a teacher. When we can't just come up with new ideas, I just would definitely go to the Gemini, the ChatGPT. I think they work for me so well. So, like students, I think if they use AI, I don't see any problem with that if it just depends on the assignment that I'm giving them. For example, let's say if I give them the writing assignment. So I would definitely don't want them to use the AI to just write the whole thing for themselves. I want them to write their own story first, and then they can use the AI like Gemini to help fix their grammar, their sentences to make it clear. That's how they are going to learn. That's how they're gonna learn. Like if they make mistakes, oh, this is my mistake. So next time they won't make the same mistakes again. So for me, I don't see any problem with students using AI at all, as long as you provide them with the correct tool and the correct assignment. That's something I think it's going to be a lot more beneficial for them.
Okay, so you are not encouraging students to stop using it, but you encourage them to use it wisely.
That's
Use
right. That's the
like,
word.
use it in the right way, like not just use them to do all the things for you, but use them as a tool to help improve your work perfectly.
Yes.
Wow, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I've heard that a lot of teachers, they don't want their students to use AI, but yeah, I just heard from you earlier that AI is good, but we need to use it wisely.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. That's a good one. I love that. All right. Now it comes to the last questions. Do you have anything to share with us, especially where can people follow you and connect with you? Could be
Okay.
media or something.
All right. So I have my own Facebook. I used to have a Facebook page called Kujo Easy English. Yeah, I don't use it like anymore, but it's still there. So you can follow that as well. But now I have just created a TikTok account called Kujo Easy English. So that's where I post a lot of content about learning language, self-improvement, how to win a scholarship, and mostly about how can you become a better person. I'm not here to share like we're not the best people out there for sure. Everyone has mistakes. We make mistakes all the time. So that's why I want everyone to come and share their experiences. I'm here to share my experiences too. So if you want to study English, like have any question about how to improve your English, just go to my channel, Kujo Easy English, or my Facebook, which is called Suraphong Boonphoem. It's quite long. You can go to TikTok. I know you use TikTok.
I'll put it on the subtitles so that they can follow you everywhere. Okay, I like the word that you said. We are out there, but we are here to share.
Yeah, that's what I believe in.
Is what I do too. Nowadays, I've been sharing what I know. I don't know everything, but I share what I know. That's why I'm having more people to share what they know. So it's the kinds of building connection where you share what you know and where people share what they know. And
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful, and that's a very good improvement for our lives, not just yourself, but other people too. And not just Joe and Steve, but all of you who were watching these videos, you learned something, I believe. Okay, any more words?
So one last thing, I want everyone to not be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid. As a teacher or as anyone in the world, I think people make mistakes. So don't be afraid. If you make mistakes, just correct them. Don't care too much, and don't just overthink about what people might say or might think about you. Just do it in the right way, and then you will become a better person.
Okay. I also have final words too. For me, I don't care much about what people say about me, especially, oh, what you're doing is crazy. You're talking nonsense. At least I'm happy. That's all. I do it. I do whatever I like.
Mm.
Okay, thank you so much, Nong Joe, for joining this first episode. I'm so happy to have you here.
So am I. I'm so happy to be here too. I hope
Okay.
that, yeah,
Next
we should,
episode. Next
yeah,
episode. Next time, you're gonna be sitting next to me and we're gonna be talking.
sure. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Whenever you come to Bangkok, we can meet somewhere and we can have, let's say, an actual meeting, actual talking sessions or something.
Sure. I'll let you
Okay,
know when I visit Bangkok.
sure. We'll see you later. Thank you so much and bye bye.
Thank you so much ครับ